So in this video, I am going to talk about the JSON formatting, and also we will take a look on the different types of parameters that are present. I'll show a few of the parameters that I came to know. So hey guys, this is Biswajit and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So let's start with the video. So this video is going to be a continuation video of my previous video. The link will be in the description and also in the I button. In that video, I showed you how to read a JSON from a string from a file and save a JSON to a string and a file. Okay. So now, while in that part, I showed you that while saving that JSON into a file, like a long JSON into a file, the file structure was not proper. Like all of the JSON data came in one particular line. So let me demonstrate that particular process that we saw. So I'll import JSON. Okay, let me clear the kernel. So I have imported JSON. Now I will get that particular string object. So this is the particular string which contains JSON data. I'll execute it. I'll convert it into the dictionary that I want. My dict. It's not duct, it's dict. So give me some more lines. My dict equal to JSON dot it will be loads, and I need to pass my string string date. It's not date, it's data, it's data. Okay, now if I do JSON dot loads string data, it is able to load that. Let me also print it. Yeah, so we can see we got our particular dictionary. Now we want to save this dictionary. Okay, we want to save this particular dictionary to a file, to a JSON file. We want to create that particular JSON file. So we'll create that particular file with open JSON data dot JSON. You have to pass the mode as write, as file pointer, and JSON dot dump. First we need to pass the data that we want to save, which is my dict, and the file pointer. Now if I do shift and enter, our data was saved. Okay, this is the particular that we were talking about, and this was the issue. So it came in one particular line which we don't want. So what we will do, just will make one small change. Instead of only these two parameters, we are going to pass the other parameters, which is called as the indent. So we'll pass indent as true. Now if you do shift and enter, if you open the particular JSON file, and you can see this is properly formatted. Okay, now it is easily understandable by us, by humans. Our first problem is solved. Let's take a few more examples on the particular parameters for dump and load. Okay, so if we want to dump, let's consider dumps in our case. Okay, so this is the particular JSON data, json.dump dumps. Okay, both dump and dump should be having the same set of parameters. They are having the same set of parameters. Only the file pointer is the extra thing in json.dump. Fine. So now I'll take this, my dictionary. Okay, so this is the particular string that we are having. Okay, so now if we take a look at few of the parameters. Okay, So for example, if I do indent as true, let's see what happens. Indent equal to true. If I do that, it is coming in this particular format. If I just do a print of it, yeah, now you can see, right? Now this is properly formatted, right? Got the idea? So this is just this json.dumps. It gives a string, and this is that particular string. This is properly formatted, and the same thing I've showed you over here. Okay, this dump saved it to a file, and this dumps returned us a string, and this is that particular valid JSON string. Now we will take a look at few of more parameters. For example, if we consider the skip keys, if we make this as by default it is set to false. Okay, now if we set it as true and if we execute, do you see any difference? Actually we don't see a difference. Okay, now what does the skip keys do? So generally, if we have a complex data structure that is understandable by Python, at that time, if you try to save that particular object as JSON, it should give us an error. Okay, let's demonstrate that. Let not take this huge example. Let's take a small example. Okay, I'll create a new my dict equal to, let's take a dictionary, let's pass this as name, as maybe f name as my name. Okay, and l name as, okay, l name as my name. Let me give a score. Okay, score of maybe 70.5. Okay, and let me give us a serial number, something like that, SR, and I'll assign this as maybe 5, and I need to give quotes. Okay, so this is a valid dictionary, right? So if I do shift and enter, where we are having issues, comma, 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 okay, yeah, I don't need to execute this. Actually I need to. Okay, so now if I do shift and enter, so you can see f name is my name, l name is my surname, okay, my last name, and the score, and some kind of integer data. Maybe we can give a status also, and we'll pass a boolean. Maybe we'll pass this as true, which is a valid Python boolean. Okay. So now if we convert this whole thing into JSON, you can see this true with T capital got changed into true with T small. So this is a JSON string. Okay. So now if I give skip keys as true, it won't make any sense. If I give skip keys as false, no, that also didn't do anything, right? We'll keep skip key as true, and I'll show you what it actually does. So now you can see if I use exception and if I give 56, okay, so you can see, so that particular key is not considered. So I have f name, l name, score, sr, and status. Only these are considered, exception is not considered. Okay, so the reason being, skip keys, what it will do, it will skip all the keys that are not recognized by JSON as a JSON object. Okay, for example, exception is very specific to Python, so that is not considered as a JSON object. So JSON skip this particular field, okay, particular key. So if I do skip keys as false, so it is going to raise a type error, if we try to execute this. So if you see a type error while using the dumps keyword, so you just check the what are the keys that you are using. So if I do skip keys as true, this particular exception won't be considered because that's an object. Okay, and we can also use list. Okay, if I do shift and enter, see, even that is also not taken into consideration. So these are all strings which are understandable by JSON, but list is not understandable by JSON. Okay, it's specific to Python. It's actually, I feel it's a class which is used to, like, in that class we have a function which converts your iterable into, like, any kind of iterable into a list. Okay, so this is a object, like it's a specific to Python. It's not anything that is specific to JSON, so JSON doesn't understand it. So that's why it skipped it when we use skip keys as true. So the next thing that I'll show you is the ensure ASCII. So what it actually does, let's demonstrate that first. Okay, so let's consider currency. This has to be string. Let's consider currency as maybe, okay, let's get the Indian currency. This one, Control C, Control V. Okay, this is in the Indian currency. json.dumps, my dictionary. This I don't need. Okay, Indian equal to true, definitely. Shift enter. So we can see. Okay, let's print it. Then it will be a little bit clear. Yeah. So you can see if name is my name, L name, score, status. But in currency, instead of returning a rupee symbol, it's not a dollar symbol, it's a rupee symbol. So instead of returning a rupee symbol, it returned us a particular, I should say, a code, a string code. With this code, this particular code represents rupee. Okay. Since this is not a part of the ANSI set of characters, so it is represented in this form. Now, let's see what's the argument is set by default. So ANSI, ensure ANSI is set to true. Okay, so that's the reason it's considering this as this. So what we need to do, ensure ANSI equal to false. If we just do shift and enter, say our currency is being recognized as rupee. So our full name, last name, score, some kind of serial number, status, and currency. So this is the thing that happens when ensure ASCII is set as false. So it recognizes all non-ASCII characters. So now the next argument that we are going to see is allow nan. Okay. Before that, let's show this short keys. Okay, this is going to be a very simple thing. So if I do short keys as true, you will see the ordering is changed. Now the keys are ordered in lexicographical order. So that means like from A to Z. So a C came first, then F, then L, then S, and inside SC came first, then SR, then ST. So lexicographical order, that's like the dictionary order. So short keys equal to true, it will convert into this particular JSON. Why short keys are there? Because this, what we are passing is a dictionary. A dictionary doesn't have any kind of order in Python. So to order it, we are passing short keys as true, and we are getting this particular string. Now, this particular JSON string, I should say. Now, the next argument that I'll show you is, for example, allow none. For example, if we want to save a JSON object and that particular object contains, for example, check, and we give the value as float infinite. Okay, and if we do shift enter, So this is considered as check infinity. Okay, so automatically this got changed into infinity. Let me remove these short keys because it's messing up with my head. So now you can see first name, last name, score, serial, status, currency, and the check. So float infinity is taken by default, like automatically I should say. If I give negative infinity, even this should work. If I give none, I don't know will it work or not. Okay, even if I give none, it is automatically considered as null. So we are able to convert all the infinities into JSON understandable infinities. Okay, so now the thing is, for example, if I want to give a value error if such kind of incidents happen. Okay, for example, if there is a float of negative infinity and it is being considered, but I don't want this values to be considered. Okay, so in that case, what we can do, we can pass the allow nan. Okay, so allow nan as false. Now if I do shift enter, it will give us a value error because negative infinity is present. Okay, so these things won't be considered. Even if I give positive infinity, this will give us an infinity. Okay, if I give none, what will happen? Okay, none is being recognized. Okay, but nan is different and none is different. This nan is different and this none is different. Fine. So this is how it happens if you use allow none. Fine. So if I give float nan, okay, it should give us a value error because out of range float nan, because nan is not considered. Okay, this is this a valid Python? Okay, yeah, it's a valid Python. Fine. So if I do float of nan, it is not considered and it will give you a value error. So negative infinity, positive infinity, and nan won't work if you make allow nan as false. But if you give this as true, then it will be considered. Fine. I don't know what's the scenario when we want this to be false, but hopefully we'll use allow nan true for most of the cases. So there are few more arguments. Okay, if you want to check, do check them out. For example, if you want to change the formatting, you can use this particular separators, okay, to change the particular formatting. But that's up to you. These are few of the functionalities I have shown you for the dumps module. Okay, and in the next video I'll show you the parameters that are present for the loads module or the load module in JSON. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, do press the like button, and as always, I'll see you in an awesome upcoming programming video.